Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with the review of the Silverlit Spycam Nano. Now this is a tiny little nano helicopter. It is a 3-channel coaxial helicopter, so you've got the counter-rotating blades on the top, and then you do have a little tail motor here to give you forward and backward flight. And it is basically a flying camera. This whole body is a video camera, and you've got a little slot here in the back where you can put a micro SD card in there. It does not come with the micro SD card, so you've got to provide your own. And I did find it to be a little bit picky, so I had to try a couple different cards before I found one that it would work well with. Um, but the real trick here is that this thing folds up, and so you can fold all the tail and the main blades and the flybar down like this. And now it's all folded up, and I can take the controller here, and then I open this top part. I put the helicopter down in the controller like that, close this up, and now it can function like a camera. It's got a little viewfinder here you can flip up, and so now the helicopter, obviously you'd have to have the helicopter on, but you now can use the controller like a handheld camera. So I thought that was pretty funny and a cute idea. But otherwise, we'll go ahead and take it back out. Yeah, it's a little tight in there, so you got to be careful that you don't break anything while you're doing it. But like I said, it is a 3-channel helicopter, so you've got throttle on the left, and that is spring loaded, so it'll drop when you let your hand off. And then you've got left and right rotation and forward and backward, so it can move forward and backward, and then it just spins left and right to turn. Let's see, we've got, I think this is video. So on the left you start video, and on the right you take a picture. And then you've also got a little indicator here. This actually has a little bit of telemetry, so when the battery in the helicopter gets low, this light will start blinking. So you've got an actual visual indicator on the transmitter that the battery is getting low. So that's pretty cool. And it is 2.4 gigahertz control, so you could fly this outdoors in the sun. Obviously it's really small and not overly powerful, so it's not going to do well at fighting wind at all, so you definitely want a calm day. But you don't have to worry about sunlight taking control of this one. You can fly it in the sun because it is 2.4 gigahertz. We've got our little trim knobs here on the bottom right, so you use those to counter it out and get it to where it hovers nice and straight. And I think that's about it for the transmitter. Let's see, it does have a 120 milliamp hour battery, and we've got a little USB cable here that plugs in to the back, and you use that to charge it or to transfer files off the card onto your computer. So you can plug this into a computer to charge and transfer files, or just plug it into a power source to charge it. And it takes about 31 minutes to charge, and you get about 6.5 minute long flights, and then a 40-second LVC warning after that. So nice long warning to let you know the battery's about to die. The camera is just, an SD camera. It's a little, 480, probably 0.3 megapixel or something. So it's not like super high quality camera, but for how small this thing is, remember, this is just a little nano helicopter. It's still pretty impressive technology. And then the fact that you can put it in here and use it like a handheld camera, I think that'll be pretty fun for, a young kid that doesn't have a dedicated camera or a smartphone or something. This could be like their first camera, and then they could take it out and fly it around. I think that's pretty cute, and I think they would get a real kick out of that. Let's see. I think that covers about all the details, so let's go take it for a flight around the kitchen. Alright, this is the flight review of the Silverlit Spycam Nano. So there's a little nano 3-channel coaxial helicopter with a camera in it. It's basically a camera. It's like a flying lens, but it also folds up so you can store it inside the transmitter, which is pretty cool. So I'll show you that at the end of the flight, but for now we'll just give it a spin and we'll do some sample flight footage so you can see what that looks like. Alright, it's ready to go, and it is 3 channels, so you can you know, fly forward and backwards with it, and it's quite controllable. It turns really slow though. That's full speed turn to the left there, and even slower to the right because of torque. Really, really slow to the right. Go ahead and spin a little bit more. So yeah, you kind of want to do left-hand circles because of how slow it turns to the right. And it turns better if you stop and turn versus trying to turn and go forward at the same time. But you know, you can do it and it stays nice and stable. Pretty good flying little heli. You can fly backwards as well. Alright, let's go ahead and start some video, and it's got a little LED on the transmitter there to show you that it's working. It can take pictures as well. Show you what the video quality looks like. You know, it's not super high quality, it's a real little camera, so you know, can't expect too much from it, but it's pretty cool for its size. Get some pictures of Elsie maybe. Looks like I got some trim issues going on. There we go. What do you think of that, Elsie? Spin it around for a bit just to show off the camera. Pretty cool. Alright, let's stop the camera. Hit that button again. Alright, should be done filming now. Alright, well I think that's all there is to show with flying it and filming it, so let's take it in for a landing and then I'll fold it up and show you how it fits in the transmitter, and then how it also doubles as a handheld camera then at that point. Oh, come on, I want a better landing than that. I had it good and then I second guessed myself and I messed it up. Let's get a good landing. Oh, come on. This is the perfect helicopter for this landing pad, so I gotta get a good landing out of it. Bring her in again. Line it back up. Oh, come on. Caught a draft or something, threw me into the washing machine. Alright, we'll give it one more try. If I don't make it, then tough luck. Oh, come on. There we go. Look at that. That's pretty much dead center. Pretty cool. Alright, so now we can take the tail and bend it down under itself like that. It's got two bending points in it. And then the props all bend down to the side. The fly bar also bends down to the side like that. You kind of have to snap it. There we go. And then those props bend down. So when you have it looking like that, and then to use it like a camera, obviously you still need it turned on. So you got to leave the helicopter on and the transmitter on just like you were flying it. But then you can open up this back part here and you can put it in there. But that's, you know, it doesn't plug into anything in there. So you still have to have the helicopter powered up to use it like a camera. But so now the lens faces forward through this opening here, and when you fit it in there, then close it up. Let's make sure that's all lined up right. And so now it's all closed in there, and the helicopter's camera lens is facing out there, and then there's a little like eyepiece that you can lift up, and so now you've got like a normal camera. And so let's take a picture of Elsie. Maybe do a little handheld video, see what that looks like. You sleepy, Elsie? You don't even want to look at it, huh? Let's stop that. So pretty cool. You know, something fun for the kids. You know, obviously isn't even going to compare to like your pictures and videos on a smartphone, but for a young kid that doesn't even have a camera or a phone or anything, I think they'd have quite a bit of fun with that. It's pretty neat little, you know, kind of a gimmick, you know, but the real point is that you can store the helicopter in the transmitter. Obviously you'd want to do that turned off, but you know, pretty neat. So anyway, there we go. That's the Silverlit Spycam Nano. Check the video description for price and purchase link. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.